than I thought. Okay. Welcome to Immediately Sierra, y'all. I've not been live in like, I don't know, like earlier this year. It's been really crazy. As we know in life, just be life in. Your priorities change, and I had to find a way to get back to doing the things that I wanted to do and the things that I need to do without getting like burnt out or anything. So I was actually supposed to go live last week and then life happened. So I'll talk about that. But what I wanted to start with, we got a whole little outline here of things for us to talk about today. But the main thing we're going to talk about is the glow up journey, because essentially, like, elevating oneself is what my entire channel is about, but like in different ways. So sometimes it's physically, sometimes it's mentally, spiritually, like whatever it is. And so today I'm going to go over my glow up journey physically, my journey in the past, things that I've done, and then what I'm doing right now. But first, I just want to do a little catch up because, like I said, it's been a while. And it took me like, I don't know when I dropped off, maybe it was last year when I dropped off actually. Literally, my years are jacked up. Like, my sense of time is like bananas. So, I I posted my first long form video last week, and it took me about, and I shot that video like end of February, maybe March. And then it took me a minute to get it edited because I do pre-editing, and then I send it to someone. And that whole process just makes me not even want to do like pre long form things. Like, I much prefer to do them live, but then I have to find the time to do them live. But that video was actually one that was really close to my heart because it it basically kind of explained the place that I'm in, or why it takes me so long to do certain things, why it's so hard for me to post, why it's so hard for me to show up. The name of that video is called The Fear of Being Seen. And for the longest time, I did not even realize that I had this fear. It's something that I learned when I started going to therapy, and then I kind of confirmed those things with family and friends. So the fear of being, it's my cat Macy. Every time I talk, she just like starts to talk, and she doesn't care that I'm on live. So that video essentially was like a deep dive for me to figure out like what's stopping you from being great, what's stopping you from not just being seen, but like being recognized and just showing up in the world. So and that's where it initiated. Like, that's where the video came from, was me discovering like what that thing is that's stopping me from being the best version of myself, essentially. So the overview of the video that is up right now, it's posted. I suggest everyone take a look at the video because I think there are plenty of people, especially people who are aspiring content creators, who are aspire to live a public life, but they have all these things that are stopping them. I think it's a great video. So take a look at that. But the video it covers three main things, okay? It covers like, where does the fear of being seen come from? It covers the impact of that fear, and then how to get over that fear. So where does the fear come from? The three things that I talk about are past experiences, how those have shaped how we show up in the world, mostly in the negative way, right? Negative things have happened to us, and it makes us be afraid to show up, because we showed ourselves once and it didn't go over well. The next thing I talk about is perfectionism. Because for me, that was one of the things that stopped me from showing up, is me feeling like if it's not perfect, if it doesn't look a certain way, like, I don't want to do it. And that did not help me, because then I kept starting over. I kept being behind. I kept not going to the next level because I was always like not doing what I was supposed to do based off of feeling like I think needed to be perfect. It was the perfectionism of it. And then the last thing I talk about for what does it come from is cultural and social pressure, which when you show up on social media, you're showing up in front of a bunch of strangers, and you're also showing up in front of friends and family. And sometimes the pressure to say or do certain things in front of those people can affect if you and how you show up in the world. Okay. So, especially when you see people maybe on your timeline who you follow, who are your favorites, and you feel like you need to do it that way. If it doesn't look like what your favorite creator or what your favorite person is doing, then it's wrong, and that's just not true. And I went through that for a long time, feeling like, oh, my favorite creator, like this is aesthetic for them, and their timeline looks like this, and their content looks like this, and if mine doesn't look like that, then I must be doing something wrong, and that's why I'm not getting the engagement, or that's why I'm not building, or whatever. And it took me a long time to figure out like what worked for me and being okay with that versus trying to do what worked for them, because then we're getting into branding, we're getting into just figuring out who we are as a person, and trying to be someone else is not how you get to being the best version of yourself. Okay. So that was, where does the fear of being seen come from? Point two, the impact of that fear, which is something that we don't always think about when we are letting the fear of being seen run our lives. Okay. So I go over missed opportunities, I go over stunted growth, and limited self expression. And when it comes to the missed opportunities, like I think about every time I don't post, every time I don't create or edit, like what did I miss out on? What did you miss out on by not showing up the way that you said you were going to show up? So the missed opportunities, it could be people, it could be places, it could be things, it could be money, it could be any of that. So keep that in mind the next time you psych yourself out and talk yourself out of being present and being seen, because you have no idea what could happen as a result of you showing up. Okay, the stunted growth. This one I didn't realize was happening until I like realize how far beyond behind I have come when it comes to like technology. Sometimes, like even just learning how to work YouTube, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what any of this means. Like people have to tell me. Makes me feel old. But you're stunting your growth by not showing up, because the more you show up and the more you learn from that process of what you did right, what you did wrong, like then you can move forward. But if you're not showing up and you're not learning those lessons, then you're still kind of staying at like the basic level one. Okay. So stunted growth. And then the last one of the impact of the fear is limited self expression. Everyone uses social media to express themselves in different ways. Some people is really strategic, other people it's just like, look at my food. Fine. And everyone has the right to express themselves the way that they want and need to via social media or via whatever that is for you. But whenever you don't show up, due to your fear of being seen, like you're stunting that expression. Okay. And even with that, within that expression, you learn who you are. And maybe your ideas or ideals of the world or yourself can change just by showing up. But you have the right to express yourself via social media. And when you allow the fear to stop that, then you're, limiting that self expression. And then the third point I go over in the video is how to get over it all. Okay. Because I've definitely let this fear stunt me, and I just kind of let it be an excuse for a while. And I was like, you know what? I'm kind of tired of it. Like, how do we get past this? Because it's not helping me to have this fear at all. It's not doing anything for me. It's not doing anything for my career. It's not doing anything for my money. So how do I get over that? And the first thing I had to do, I had to acknowledge and validate. Okay, so that was the first point of how to get over it. Acknowledge and validate, and not be afraid that that was my reality. And then I had to focus on self-compassion. I had to be gentle with myself, because I was being very hard on myself when it comes to my social media journey. And I'm like that in real life too. And I just had to step back and be like, girl, it's okay. It is okay. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be making the most or looking the best or whatever. You just need to show up. So having self-compassion for myself, and you having compassion for yourself, like that's important for growth, because the world is hard enough. The last thing we need to do is be hard on ourselves, because everybody else is already going to be hard on us anyway, right? And then the third one I talk about in the video is seeking support. Seeking support has gotten me to where I am now, and not just like talking to a therapist and talking to friends. I mean, like literally finding a tribe. So finding a tribe of people who are interested in doing what you're doing, who think like you think, or you guys have the same common goal, works wonders. And that's what happened for me being present on YouTube, is finding other creators. And I got in this like creator program, Creator Life, and my coach Brittany, Dr. Fashion. She helps a lot of people like get their YouTube together, get their life right. So you can find her on YouTube too, Dr. Fashion. She has a community that's called Creator Life, and that was the support that I was seeking. And because I'm in this group chat, essentially all these people are trying to do the same thing as me, and it made me feel less alone. It made me feel less crazy. It gave that validation that like I'm on the right track. I'm not the only one who's going through this, or I can talk to these different people and bounce out ideas and get that immediate feedback. Another thing for seeking support that I did was the seeking support that I did. I ended up being a part of I got accepted into a creative program, and that was like, how long was that program? Was it a year? Was it 6 months? I forget how long this program was. But you get a grant, you get to learn all these things about being a creator. Okay, so after the program was over, people, because it's essentially like it's like 100 people. After the program was over, like a lot of us got together via like an Instagram chat or whatever and stayed in touch with each other. And then also then people branched out from that. And so my group of girls called Black Girls in the House, some of the guests I've had on here has been from Black Girls in the House, and we've gotten together, we've made content together. We've like gotten together and had like a creator house and got sponsored and got brands and they were my support. They were my tribe, and I'm still in touch with them to this day. And I know that I could always contact them for that support and get those ideas off the ground, and they hold me accountable, and it's great. So, seeking support is a third way of how to get over this fear of being seen. And then you have to celebrate your progress. That is the fourth. Celebrating your progress, because if you don't do it, like, who else is going to do it? You can't count on another person to celebrate you. And every little milestone that happens, like, it's important. Don't think, oh, because you only got a couple new followers, a couple new subscribers, that's nothing. Like, that's huge. That is something. You have to celebrate that. And one thing that I've heard from different public figures is success leaves clues, right? So when you're doing something, and sometimes you don't always know that you're doing the right thing, but when you do get that subscriber, when you do get people tuning in, when you do get this feedback, like, that's, you have to celebrate that progress, because then I think the universe rewards your progress, but also like your celebration of it, and then they give you more. So celebrate your progress. That's number four of how to get over it. And then number five, you have to refrain being seen. Okay, so instead of it being the scary thing that you don't want to deal with, and you don't want anyone to see you, like, you have to reframe that and think of like it's how great it is to be seen, or what could come from you being seen, as opposed to thinking of it as this negative, twisted into a positive. And the more positive the more positive things that you talk about it when it comes to being seen, then it helps you get over that fear and show up into the world more. Okay. And then lastly, the last thing for how to get over is to visualize. Visualize the life that you want for yourself. Visualize what could happen when you allow yourself to be seen, when you show up, when you create, when you're creative. Like, what does that look like? So I could sit here and say, let me visualize me showing up on live, for instance. And maybe for some reason, someone tunes into my live. And then maybe they're like, oh, this person would be great for so and so. Let me send this live to so and so. And then everyone's connecting. And there's all these things happening behind the scenes that I don't know about. All I know is that I just showed up here after months of being gone. And I'm just patting myself on the back for that. But you never know what could come from that. Okay. So visualize what that looks like me showing up here, or me posting that video parlayed into a brand deal or a trip or whatever. Like, you just don't know. So don't give up on yourself. Just do the work, and then the success will follow after that. Okay. So that was how that video was laid out. Again, that was kind of like a quick version of it, but I suggest anyone go and take a look at the video. I'm super proud of it, actually. It's it's one of those like self-discovery things that, like, when I came across it, because I came across the idea of it from another creator, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so me. And so I was able to use my own experiences, use my own takes on creating that video and what that meant for me. So, that was catching up on last week, seeing as how I did not go live last week. Actually, I had set up myself a live stream after that video aired, and I totally missed it. My car broke down. I've actually been having car issues for like the whole month. I like lost my keys at one point, and then I found my keys, but I still had like called, AAA like twice, and then I had to call them again when my car started to smoke. I was on my way down to Top Golf, and my car started to smoke, and I pulled over, and then, good thing I was with my fiance. But then we called AAA, and that was the whole thing. So that, and then trying to figure out what the car needs, get it to the mechanic. That whole week was a shit show. I'm not gonna lie. So going live was not a priority unless y'all wanted to see me freaking out about getting my car fixed. Everything's good. It did get fixed, thank God. The mechanic I use, it's great. And it's important to have a good mechanic, especially in Los Angeles, because you do a lot of driving and your car is your lifeline. So that did all get worked out. However, that is why I missed the live stream last week, and I'm making up for it now. So anyone who does, come into here, thank you so much. Okay, so that was a bit of a catch up, everything that's been missed. Just wanted to go over that. Now we're gonna talk about the glow up journey, okay? The glow up journey, that's exactly what it is. It's a glow up. And I've been through this whole glow up journey for years now. There's different phases of it because there's different things that that need glowing up at that time versus now. So my glow up journey, we'll talk about the past glow up journey, what's come from that, and then we'll talk about the future one that I'm going through right now, present and future, okay? So previously, like for a while, my Instagram was flooded with like BBL, things like that, and I was just really wanted to get surgery. And I did end up getting surgery. Okay, I didn't get a BBL. I just got lipo, 360 lipo. And so I snatched my waist, not totally. Just a little disappointed that it did not turn out the way that I thought it was going to turn out. But I did lose some weight from that. And so I was a little thin and it was great. I did not get my butt done. Didn't need my butt done because I've had the same butt since I was a kid, and it's pretty luscious. I just needed to get some of the like fat removed around my midsection to make it pop. So I did do some lipo, and then, but that was my first time having surgery. I had never had a surgery, and it made me so hungry. I don't know if they tell you this, but when you have a surgery, like, I don't know, is it your metabolism? Is it that your body's healing? But I must ate so much during that recovery period, and it defeated the purpose of me getting the surgery, getting the lipo. But I was eating all the things, and I don't know. I was like, is this how pregnant people feel? Like, I just could not stop eating fried foods, ordering everything. It's not like I could do anything because I was in so much pain. And so I was eating everything. I wasn't on a specific diet like I should have been. And had I been, I probably would have maintained my results. But I got the lipo. And then at some point after that, I ended up gaining weight again. And I think I gained more than what I was previously. Because I think I started off at like 151 or something. And then after the surgery, I got down to like 145. And then I ended up gaining weight to like 160 almost or something like that. It was bad. And I'm like, I really just wasted like $10,000 on lipo. I didn't do any of the things I was supposed to do. And I'm going to do a whole video on that because what comes, like, the things that people don't realize about lipos, that you got to be mentally ready up here. And I was not. I was just like, oop, I found me some money. I'm about to get it sucked out. I got all this fat, be a bad bitch, and so much more than that. So anytime you see anybody on here on these internet streets, having any sort of surgery or anything, like, they have to maintain it by diet and workout, diet and exercise. And a lot of people don't. So then they end up having their same habits, and then they gain their weight back. And when it comes back weird. Not always in the way that you think it's going to come back, especially since you got it sucked out already. So that was me. I gained more back, and I think I gained it in other places. I think my arms got bigger and my thighs got bigger. It was a tragedy. So after that, then we have this whole phase of these shots that are popular. They're everywhere, like the Wegovy's and the Just the semaglutide, the tirzepatide. I'm so horrible at pronouncing all of these things, but the weight loss shots. Got on the weight loss shots, and it helped so much. At first, when I took the weight loss shots, it wasn't. I kept eating the same. For some reason, I think I thought that I was expecting to feel something that I wasn't feeling. And so the first time I took them, I didn't lose any weight. I wasn't allowing them to work the way that they're supposed to work. You're still supposed to do diet and exercise on them, which I wasn't doing. So the second time around when I took the shots, it was much better. It the side effects were like, no, I was nauseous. I was very like bloated, or like when I had really bad acid reflux, because how it works is like it slows down your digestive tract. So when you eat, like your food will like sit there and it can feel really uncomfortable. But I did the shots probably since we're doing them since like October or something like that. They're expensive. They've gotten more affordable. First I was going to like a weight loss clinic and paying per shot, and then eventually when all these companies started popping up, it was easier to get them if they were licensed in your state, and you could just get them delivered to you. But the shots started to work. I finally allowed them to work. So if I wasn't hungry, I wouldn't eat, as opposed to being like, oh, normally I would eat. No, if my body said it wasn't hungry, if it was full, I listened to it, and that's how I went from 161, I think, to I might have actually gained like 5 pounds recently, but my lowest is 135. I want to say I might be 138 right now. I wouldn't be surprised. But typically my range is like 135, 136. And the goal is to get down to 130. But I didn't really do much on the shots. I actually just allowed them to work and affect my appetite. And there's sometimes I wasn't really hungry, or if I was, I didn't know what I had a taste for. And I am a major sugar eater, chocolate. Like I love all that stuff, and it's really hard for me to not. And even I just had some before this. It's really hard for me to not eat it. But when the shots are really being effective, like I don't eat as much of it. Like I'm indifferent towards sugar, which is great because normally I'm a sugar addict. So I was able to lose about 20 pounds or so on the shots. And I'm still on them. I do need to go up a dose. Right now I'm on the 1.7 milligrams. I think that's how that works. But I'm on 1.7 and I need to go up to 2.4 because I think my body has gotten used to that dosage. The dosages start at 0.25. And then as you get used to them and you talk to whoever your doctor is, and you go up. So I went, I was at 0.25 for like, typically like they'll send, when you get them sent to you, it's like you get them 4 at a time, like a month at a time. So I'll do 0.25 for 4 weeks, and I'll go up to 0.50, and then whatever the next level is for whoever's doing your shots. Some people it was 0.75 when I was in weight loss clinics, and then when I did it online, it went from 0.50 to just 1. So it basically doubled. So now I'm at the 1.7, and hopefully when I get my doctor's appointment this week coming up, I will be able to get the shots for 2.4 so I can really get back to this journey. I'm actually going to be working out this time, guys. I'm not just going to be like depending on the shots to make me not hungry. And which, I mean, it helps. Honestly, a lot of us, the weight gain that we get, it comes from eating too damn much. I know I'm an emotional eater, and food is good. So when I'm on the shots, I eat a lot less. I get fuller sooner. I'm just more indifferent towards food in general. So I know that I'm getting used to the dosage that I'm on because I'm eating more. I'm having more cravings. And I do want to start incorporating more weight training because I feel like I'm losing muscle mass. And even though the scale is going down, but I don't know if I'm losing as much fat. So I need to start doing some weightlifting and stuff. Because I kind of just fell off of working out. Like I get motivated from it, and then I get unmotivated from it real quick. So summer's here, spring is here. It's warm in LA. It's easier to do workouts, even if you just go outside and walk. So that is my previous journey or current journey that I'm on right now. So the next, So not only was I dealing with weight loss or weight gain and weight loss and being on a shot, I also was on a healthy hair care journey. Now, for me, when I first went natural, I was in college. It was like my second year of college, and I just put braids in my hair, and I wasn't doing like perms or relaxers or anything like that. And then I went from there to doing weaves, still natural, but just doing weaves, right? And then I went from doing weaves to one day when I was in LA, I got sick of like, I wanted to learn more about my natural hair. I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't want to keep getting like $300 weaves because here those are, that's the cost. Like you're paying, especially if you go to a celebrity stylist, you're paying $300-$400 for a weave. It's crazy. Unless you find someone cheaper, right? So I just made this decision one day to just cut off my hair. So and I can't. And I was overweight at that time. I had a cute face. It wasn't working for me. Okay, I cut off my hair and I was just natural, and I didn't know what to do with my hair because I hadn't really done anything with my natural hair since I was like a kid. So I really had no clue. So here I am with like this really short afro basically, and I just had to learn from different people who are natural from online how to do my natural hair, and from that. When I was like, well, I don't really know what else to do with this, so I just started throwing on wigs, bad wigs, like fake ones that you go to the beauty supply store and they're like $50 wigs. I was doing some bad wigs, y'all. I didn't know what I was doing. And that was my life for like a year or so as my hair grew back. And I had gotten headshots with this hair. I had like auditioned with this hair and it just was not it wasn't working, but it was already cut, so it wasn't gonna do. So then I got introduced to lace fronts and things like that. So once my hair got long enough, I was doing like leave out and stuff, but I got into the whole lace front, with the gel and the glue and the just like having it laid, how the girlies do. Like I went through that phase and it was expensive. Learning to do it myself. It just sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But I went through this whole lace front phase of because I didn't know what to do with my hair. It was a mess. Then after that, my hair had been long enough, so I was able to just go back to weaves, which is great. So a couple years ago, I was scrolling and I came across something called this healthy hair care system. And it was just talking about how all these people are hair's growing and they do this whole system and it was great. I was like, oh, okay. I ordered it and essentially it was shampoo, conditioner, whatever the treatment is, like the revival treatment, and it was an oil and it was a detangler. And I was using that so that they say use that and then keep your hair in a weave. Keep your hair so don't put no heat on it, don't do nothing extra, just keep it in a protective style. So I did that for a couple years, and when I would take my hair out, then I would get it trimmed, take off the dead ends, put it back in the weave. So I did that for years, and that's how eventually I got it to be where it is now. I got it long again, and it hasn't been like this long since I was a kid. So it was working out very well. The only thing that was not working out was my split ends. It was dry because I hadn't been nurturing my natural hair outside of using that system. And I did not know till recently that me keeping my hair in those weaves and not like keeping it oiled or keeping it moisturized was contributing to the damage also. So although it was growing, there's so many split ends throughout this, and I just got my hair done. I just got it done. I mean, not now, because obviously it's kind of a mess, but I just went to the salon and I got a ribbon cut and I got it trimmed. I'm the kind of person, I like to just trim off any dead. Like, I don't care about length if it's unhealthy. Because I keep my hair in weaves anyway, typically, right? Or I keep it natural curly with curly products. I've done videos on my curly hair and twisting it up and everything. So I felt like I do need a trim again, but I got it done at a really low cost. I went to the beauty school. It was a whole thing. I was like, I don't want to put all this money. So I didn't. It was a whole thing, but it worked out, and that was what I just did like a week ago. I just been trying to keep it wrapped, trying to just figure out what's next for it without me breaking the bank. Because the thing about when your hair is natural, you have to buy all these natural hair products, and it can actually cost you just as much money to keep it natural as to keep it in weaves or wigs and everything. So, but I'm gonna show you. Let me show y'all the system. It's called Dream Girls Healthy Hair Care System. Hold on. So this is, I don't have the whole thing because it was years I've gone through it, but this is just like the deep revival treatment. So this is what, when you would, after you washed and then you would put this, you would let it sit in your hair and then you rinse it out and you would do a condition. But in case you want to know, it's the Dream Girls. So this is like just one part of the actual system. And it worked very well, okay? It worked so good. I just did what I was supposed to do and it worked and my hair grew. So now I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna go back to that because I feel like my hair needs some more love. So am I gonna go back to that hair care system or am I gonna do something new? Because now that it's grown, I want to get it thicker. I want to get it just less split ends. I want to get it healthier, and length does not equal health. So my current glow up journey, these are the things that I'm working on, okay? So my hair is long and I do want to work on retaining it because I feel like I'm shedding a lot. So one of the things that I'm doing is I bought a derma roller. Let me show you my derma. I just got it. I haven't even used it yet. Where's my derma? Oh, here it is. Okay, here's my derma roller. And this is, so typically when people use a derma roller, they would use it with minoxidil. And I really do want to get minoxidil, which is basically Rogaine. It's like the medical name for it. That just for men, not just for men, like the Rogaine, like how guys are using it to grow their hair. Apparently, it's like an actual popular thing. I had no idea. But what you do is you use like tiny needles in here. Tiny needles. I got it off Amazon for like $6, and you roll it into the spots because like my edges are thinning. You see, it's like thinner right here from the weaves. So you essentially roll this in this tiny needles and it kind of like opens up your scalp. So when you put any sort of medicine or anything, it actually penetrates. So I bought a derma roller, but I'm hesitant on getting the minoxidil because it's really toxic to pets. And my cats, I have 2 cats and a dog. They're all up in my face all the time. My cat, she loves to like even she likes to try to eat my hair. So I don't know how that's gonna work out, but maybe what I'm thinking is I'll just use the roller and then use whatever the system is, whatever the hair drops are. So whether I get the healthy hair care hair drops again, whether I get this new Baskin lather, which is everywhere, and their growth drops are supposed to be really popular, work really well. And also I hear Sacred, which Beyonce's brand Sacred, I hear they have amazing like hair drops, like edge restoring hair drops, and they're just back in stock. So I'm like, if I were to combine stuff like healthier, less chemical options along with the hair roller, then maybe that can help me, especially fill in these edges here that are light and not at all thick the way that they're supposed to be. So that is part of, that's why I put it like that. That is my new current journey that I'm working on with my hair, is to get it thicker, is to fill in these spots here, and to keep it trimmed. So the derma roller, and then whatever system I choose, I'll come and let you guys know how that's working out. But that's what I'm currently working on right now. As for my skin, my skin has been going through it. I've always had really nice skin. I've always gotten compliments on my skin, even when it wasn't doing like the best, which was always strange to me. And so I went to a dermatologist who I met at this wedding expo because I was doing like a bridal expo, and she was like offering free consultations for things. And the one thing I wanted to really hone in on, which I have on makeup, you can't tell, but I have dark spots, like hyperpigmentation on my skin. And it's from either acne or scratches or whatever. And when you are melanated and you get the acne scars, it shows up, right? So on my face and then on my back. I don't know what's going on with my back. I think I sweat a lot in my sleep at nighttime, and that contributes to acne. And then when that acne disappears, then I have hyper pigmentation. So it's like a whole thing, multiple different levels of things going on my back. So when I was doing my research, okay, I heard That'd be stressing me out over here. Panoxo is just supposed to be like this acne treatment bar. It's for your back. So they have it in the foam and they have it in the bar. I couldn't find it in the foam wash, which is what I really wanted. But I'm gonna start using this. Probably start using this today because I just got it. Okay. So this is supposed to be for face and body. And this is the higher percentage. Because when you go to the store, I think one is like 4 or 5%, and this is like a 10% benzoyl peroxide. It's like the maximum strength, which I think I need. And it's supposed to help like prevent new breakouts. It's supposed to help with hyperpigmentation, I believe. Just like clear up all the things that are going on with your skin. So this is what I'm going to start using on my back, okay, to clear that up because your girl's getting married next year. I don't think I announced that. Did I? I might have put it in my community tab. And I also put it on my Instagram. I got engaged and I don't even have on my ring because I never wear the ring. I'm really bad at being engaged, okay? I never wear my ring unless I'm leaving the house and I'm cute because it's kind of big. I need to get it reshaped, size. And my finger's already a 4. I already got it custom made and it's still a little bit too big. So I don't wear it that often, especially if I'm like working out. Like I gotta be like going out for the day and cute, and then I put on my ring. But typically I don't wear it because I'm scared I'll lose it. But I want to make sure that my back looks good in my wedding dress, whatever I choose, because chances are my back will be out a little bit. On top of working on these little rolls back here, so I'll get my little weights. Along with my shots. I'm gonna be working out, and then I need to work on the back knee. So, and then on top of that, what they tell you is to make sure what helps your dark spots not get darker is sunscreen. So I don't have that up here. It's in the back. I'm not gonna go get it. But what's the sunscreen that I use? Goop. I hear Goop is great, so I got Goop. And it's especially for dark skin, like it doesn't do that whole white cast thing that a lot of these sunscreens do. So I'm using Goop, and I don't even use it all the time, honestly, because I'm not always leaving the house. But when I do, when it's hot, I do try to use it. And it's harder to get all these things done on my back, but thank God I got a man. He can scrub it. He can put all the things back there, and it can help. Okay. And then to help with my body transformation, my insides, my health, focused on taking more vitamins. So one thing my doctor told me, because I was like, oh, my bones are cracking, like things are starting to hurt because I'm aging. She told me to take turmeric pills, and I was like, I'm not really good at taking pills, so I did find some turmeric gummies. So I'm taking turmeric gummies for like my bones, so I can like not feel super old. And then I'm taking a multivitamin, and I'm taking a nighttime gummy too. Let me show you what those are. So this is the Black Girl vitamins because I need to get on my vitamin game. A lot of people don't take vitamins and they need to. These are kind of addicting, okay? They're basically candy. And I had to literally convince myself, like, hey, girl, these are not candy. You can't just be popping these because you got a sweet tooth. Like, but this is maybe my second bottle. And I just know it's important to have a vitamin because not a lot of us don't have a balanced diet. We don't get the nutrients that we're supposed to get. So the Black Girl vitamins are once a day. They're great, and they're gummies, and they're fun. So that's what I'm taking for that. And then at nighttime, because my sleep is trash. Like, I'm a very light sleeper. It's really hard for me to stay asleep. So when I got introduced to the Lemmy Sleeps, them Lemmy Sleeps, honey, they will get you right. If you wasn't sleeping, you gonna sleep now. And sometimes I don't even take 2. You're supposed to take 2. Sometimes I can just take 1 if I'm already a little tired, and it'll help keep me in a deeper sleep. If I'm taking 2, forget about it. Like, I'm out here in these streets. So they're actually really good gummies, and they have melatonin and magnesium. This is Kourtney Kardashian's line of supplements, and so far they're really tasty, first of all, so don't be popping them as snacks. But they actually work very well, and I'm really interested in knowing what all other things of her product line that works. But these are bomb, okay? And then what else I'm going to show? I totally forgot. I totally forgot about my dermatologist referred me to this cream. I think she just makes it in house, but this is when I said I want to get rid of my dark spots. She it has a bunch of stuff in it. I can't even pronounce half that stuff. But apparently it's supposed to help with my hyperpigmentation. So hopefully one day I can show you all the results of this. Dr. Zoe, she's in Los Angeles. She's in Inglewood and Beverly Hills. I'm supposed to be taking this and I haven't been doing it the way I'm supposed to, but I paid a lot of money for it, so I need to start doing that. So these are the things that I'm using to glow up my life. Like I said, I did the part one where I focused on weight loss. I focused on my hair, growing it. And now I need to focus on these other issues that have come up, whether it's, my skin, my back knee, dark spots. Like as your body changes, as you get older, you get new issues that pop up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm tackling them right now. So hopefully in a few months after using my derma roller, I think I probably should have got one with longer needles in it. This is only 0.25 millimeters. And I didn't realize when I bought it, it wasn't a 50 because 50 was recommended, but it's a good start, and just get used to putting these needles in my head. Just putting needles in my head. It's okay. It's scary, but I'm hopeful that that's gonna work out. Okay. So what's coming up? Since I have uploaded my first video, I don't know how often I'm gonna do new videos because it takes so long for me to upload, like to get them edited and upload them. It's far easier for me to just do live, even though I don't always have the energy to do live because I'm literally talking to a screen the whole time. But I have been working on my different outlines for the different sessions, live sessions that I'm going to do. Let me see. Let me go over what's to come. Let me see. So my next live, I'm going to try to go live every Thursday, all right, and talk about something different. So next Thursday, I'm going to talk about this new series that I'm doing. It's called Bougie on a Budget. And considering I'm really good at spending money. Like it's a problem, but also I'm really good at spending money in a smart way. And you keep hearing that we're on this recession or we're going to be in a recession, like the country's going to hell, whatever. So how to maintain our bougie on a budget. That's what that's going to be about. Because I have multiple reels that I'm going to do with little things that I've done in the past, especially being in LA where everything is pricey, right? Everything is expensive. So how do I maintain my self-care? How do I maintain my bougie and my cuteness and not be like shelling out a bunch of money? So each reel that I'm going to release is going to be about that, but I'll go over like what all of that's going to be next Thursday. And then the Thursday after that, June 12th, if I can keep to this schedule, because y'all know I'm not very good at it. We're going to talk about my new social media strategy, my growth strategy, because I did stop posting. I was like kind of deactivated for a while. Like it was a lot going on with my YouTube channel. And so when I stopped, like I started to lose subscribers, but also just, losing the trust of the people who were showing up when I was on here. So I started posting again. So I'm going to talk about the things that I was doing to make sure I stay consistent. And, so it's going to go over like repurposing my content, like remixing, slutting out my content, just a bunch of different things because I am growing again. I'm at 28.9K followers right now. So I've grown like about almost, what was I? I probably got down to like 24. I had lost some. So I've gained about like almost 5,000 followers since I started doing this again. So in 2 weeks, that'll be my live. I'll talk about my social media strategy that got me growing again. And then after that, I have a session, which I'm trying to see if I'm going to get somebody to join with me. But it's going to be how to monetize without being monetized. Because my goal has been to become monetized on YouTube and become a part of the YouTube Partner Program. And because of my lack of consistency and fear of showing up, that hasn't happened yet. And so, because of that, I'm not able to monetize via the way, with AdSense or with anything else, right? So, I'm going to talk about other ways to monetize without waiting for YouTube to like deem you're worthy. So I'll go over that when it comes to like consultations, brand deals, your own products, creating a community, like all that stuff. And maybe I can have someone featured with that who's already doing those things. So that's what I got so far, y'all. All right. And so I appreciate, whoever watches this, whoever's tuned in. I'm just now getting back into it. So, thank you for your patience. And hopefully my coach can like be proud of me for doing this. And it's also easier when it's daytime because a lot of times I do not, once it like nighttime hits, I don't want to do anything. I just want to chill. So I think the fact that also is staying lighter longer has helped me be able to focus in on this. I don't have to set up lighting or anything like that because they get hot. The lights get hot, child. So I'm looking forward to be able to be here and show up, even if no one's here. It's for me. It's for me getting over my fear of being seen, and because I have big plans for what I want by the end of this year, things that I didn't finish out last year, and I'm excited to see those things through. So that is wrap up for content or anything like that. I wanted to talk some like pop culture things and talk about like, is anyone going to the Beyonce concert? I did not buy tickets for it. No one asked me to go. I don't have many friends. I guess no one cared or they just don't care about Beyonce. I'm not a huge Beyonce, like, I'm not a Beehive person. I've been to her concerts, I buy her music and stuff. I'm just not one of those like crazy, like, here's all my money type of people. I have a friend who did give me a free ticket to go tomorrow. I may or may not use it because I don't want to go by myself. Even though, like, I'm okay with doing things alone, I'm not okay. I feel like that's an experience that should be had with someone, and I don't want to be like this awkward person just like at the Beyonce concert. So I don't know. I still don't know if I'm gonna go. I'm not the girl who's gonna dress up in all the cowboy outfits. I'm not her, really. So I don't know. I'll let y'all know if I end up attending that. Or maybe if I'm there, I'll go live anyway and see. Maybe I'll let you get y'all a free concert, see Beyonce now, okay? And then that's about it. Oh, wedding content's gonna be coming because, like I said, I did just get engaged, and I've done like my bridesmaid proposal boxes, so I'll make a reel about that. I'm gonna be putting together some things. I've already done like some wedding dress shopping. I've already done some venue. I've looked at some venues, but since I think we're gonna have it in Vegas, I need to go look in Vegas. I need to go look for dresses in Vegas too. So I'm kind of like this bi-coastal bride right now, living in LA. My family's in Ohio. So I've done some wedding things with my family in Ohio, including, that's my dog. Tip, stop it. Stop. Including my, he's being sneaky. I've done some wedding things with my mom and my sister, who's my matron of honor. I've done some things with my maid of honor. We've gone around, looked at swatches and colors. And so we're still very much at the beginning of this wedding phase. And it's going to be an uphill battle because I am not the wedding girling. I'm trying to be. I'm really trying to be like, I'm trying to be the girl who's like obsessed with all the details. I mean, only thing I'm kind of obsessed with is like the dress and maybe the venue. But I'm just like the colors. I'm just like, meh. I don't know. So I'm thinking our colors are gonna be like, it's gonna be like a cream and gold thing. That's what we're looking at right now, and then maybe an accent of some sort of green. So me and my maid of honor are still trying to work out what the colors are going to be. But I do like that warmness, that like spring going into summer creaminess. So that's what it is as of right now. But we haven't solidified the details of that. And then just need to like be more solid on the details of it, the colors, so other people can know what they need to do. But I have been home and done some shopping with my mom and tried on some dresses and all that stuff. So it's been fun, but there's a reason why people have wedding planners, but I don't really want to spend on a wedding planner. Like, that's what I have people for. I have a sister for that. I have friends for that. I have a mom for that. And I guess I have a me for that. And apparently wedding planners are very expensive. I had no idea people charge like $10,000 to plan a wedding. And I'm like, it makes sense because there's a lot that goes into it. And I know I don't really want to do it, but I just can't. Like, when I think about $10,000, I think about when I think about all the things that that money could be going towards. It could go towards a house. It can go towards a car. It can go towards a credit card. I'm just like, I don't know. So when I get deeper into the wedding planning process, I'll definitely go live or make a video and let y'all know what's up with that. Okay. What we settle on. Because as of right now, it's just still very new and it's not a top priority right now. So, okay. So that's the gist of what this live is going to be about. I'm just rambling right now because I ain't been on here in a while and ain't nobody even here watching me. So it's easier to ramble. If you have a journey going on, whether it's, let me know in the comments about your own glow up journey. What are you doing? Like, what is the thing that you're trying to work on to make yourself the best version of yourself? If it's something that's mentally, if it's spiritually, if it's physically, whatever it is, like, let's do this journey together, okay? Like, no fear, because we out here, we want to be bad bitches, okay? We want to be like queens of the night. We just want to get it together. And everybody has something that they want to work on. There's not very many perfect people out here. So, some of us, it's all of the things. Some of us, like, it's one or two, whatever it is, whether it's getting your money up, whether you want to, like, get rid of your, I don't know if you can get rid of cellulite, whatever it is. Just let me know in the comments and maybe we can refer each other to some products, some experiences that can help us achieve our goals. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in to Immediately Sierra. It's my first live stream in like a very, very long time where you see my face. I've done things where I was cooking and I did my nails, but y'all haven't seen my face in a while. So I want to make sure y'all know. Don't forget what a girl looks like. All right. Check out my community post. Check out my new long form video that's up. Rewatch this if you want to. Shoot me a line. Let me know so we can chat it up. Okay. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Mwah. Mwah, mwah. Bye.